Happy New Year and welcome to this evening's event. We are all here to congratulate and celebrate all of LR's partners, both in Greece and Cyprus. Indeed, have a nice year and all the best to you and your friends, and welcome to your first event with LR. Well, I can say that much. I'm very happy to be here, thrilled, should I say, to be meeting you all, thrilled to be part of your magical world. Space of so many people, and I'm thrilled to be with you on this trip. Well, you haven't seen nothing yet, I can tell you that much. This will give you the foretaste of what is about to happen and what LR is all about. I'm looking forward to this foretaste and full taste as well. I'd like us all to travel everywhere. Today's event marks the beginning of a new era. We have all been tested and we're negative to coronavirus, so be sure of that. We have been observing the measures and protocols and we're keeping distances. We're healthy, and so we hope for you. Indeed, healthy are we, and here we are to discuss exactly how the year was. A difficult year, very challenging in a variety of ways, and at this point, let us call upon the General Director and Manager of LR for Greece and Cyprus, Vagis Babousis. Good evening from Mr. Babousis. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for hosting this event. Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us, connected over the internet. Yes, a very special year worldwide, and for many years in a row, we'll be thinking back to 2020 as a very bizarre year, to say the least. To us, it was a good year, a very successful year worldwide, the best year ever for LR, and that under very difficult situations. So you may imagine how much more we may accomplish when things are normal, market-wise. We have prepared a short video, a very short review of what happened. I'd like to thank you beforehand for this event, for your work and preparation, and we'll be back soon. Let's have this video. Indeed, impressive in every possible way. I'm impressed by most of the things I saw, and many questions have come to my mind. How many partners do you have in Greece and Cyprus? 25,000 partners do we have around the world. For Greece and Cyprus, just these. Well, I have had the chance of trying many of these products, and indeed, Uh, Many of these are so exciting, they are so exceptional. Okay, then which was your favorite? Well, watching the video, I love the presents you gave to your partners and all these major events you've been hosting. I believe this is what brings people together and closer, or your partners, in what becomes a big family. And I'm impressed by all these new products you have every time. Now and then new things are coming up, and now I see avant-garde things. Oh, and you've seen nothing yet. Wait for this event to roll out. Yes, and I have to say, Andrei says that was a difficult time for Greece, for the whole world, to say the least. For LR, nevertheless, it was a good year, an exceptional year, I must say. And we had so many orders, 250,000 orders were placed over this year. Impressive, to say the least. And departing from what you say, despite the difficult circumstances, people discriminate. They are discerning, they are distinguishing, and they are picking out what's best. They are looking for LR, they're looking for German products. It's very critical, and you'll see exactly what I mean. Our partners make a point of that, and they do appreciate it. Yes, it is impressive. At this point, since you had the taste of what LR is about, let us call upon a person that's very exceptional, Anastasia Hadjigeorgakis, a very special lady. She has been with us for many, many years. She has been a gold organ leader for some time. She has been with us for 17 years in a row. And she will be elaborating on an aspect I believe is of interest to all of us. And she will be also enriching her content with some videos. Anastasia, can you hear us? Good evening. Hello to all, good evening. Am I being heard? Indeed, you are being heard loud and clear. Happy New Year, Anastasia. Well, that was such a nice video. You set us on a travel. Together we fared a long way, touching messages and a very touching course we have followed all these years through this process. This aspect of reward is like a sun. The more you give, the more everything grows around you. And since everything is growing, it comes back to you because you're a giver and a taker. That's what your true strength is. With so many rewards to all of us, indeed, LR, nothing can touch upon LR. LR is immune to the crisis. Reward to me was special. It made me wish to stay, to be part of your family and your business. This is what convinced me to go after titles, cars, yearly bonuses. A major change did it bring about my life, which as a consequence had a thorough change both to my life and to those around me and those who are inspired by me. And I enjoyed my rewards. I enjoyed the rewards to my partners much more than mine because I was so emotional about it. Let me thank you all from the bottom of my heart for having beautified my life all these 17 years. You've made me very happy. And to all of us and all of you following this event, I truly wish that you all are inspired so much as to help bring more people towards us. This is a major success, so let us make more people part of this success. It is coming back to those who are experiencing it. Thank you for the moments. Thank you, Anastasia, for your kind words. And you did say something very critical indeed, something about acknowledgement and recognition. A part of this recognition are the new titles that are being achieved. At this point, I would like us to follow a video on the new titles that have been achieved by our partners over the last 2 months. Let's enjoy this video. Well, it seems that LR is about to conquer the whole of Greece. I saw, amongst other cities, my city, my hometown, Thessaloniki, and then I saw Chalkidiki and Nafplion and Athens, of course. Indeed, and these were about the last 2 months. These did not reflect the whole of the year. That's incredible. Yes, but it's true. The more we should see, the more you would know that even the west of Greece is also successful. Well, I don't have this in mind, but I have lovely Athens in the background. We are feeling so happy, as if everything was out there, normal, and we were at the foot of Acropolis to reward and acknowledge the contribution of those people who were with us during this difficult year. And it's important to acknowledge the effort of these people, and this is something LR knows how to do, indeed. And we believe it's a critical factor for the success of our partners. We have a variety of different ways to reward people, amongst which, so there are many. How many are they? Well, there are many, I can tell you that much, and they are very impressive. Well, echoing Mrs. Yorgaki and her enthusiasm, I'm sure there are many. Yes, and they're catering to all the needs, both material and ethical and moral. Yes, and perhaps we should see something more about these rewards. We will see what Mr. Diamandakis has to say about it. He's here to make an important award. We will be rewarding top sponsors for Greece and Cyprus for 2020, and the nominees are for Greece, the winner is Mrs. Sevasti Kormalis. Mrs. Sevasti Kormalis. Connecting to Mrs. Sevasti Kormali. Good evening. Happy New Year, Mrs. Kormali. Thank you. Good evening. Happy New Year to all. And may all of us be happy throughout the year. Thank you. What are the features you believe are important for LR? Well, to be successful at LR, one needs to be faithful and true to the idea, to oneself, to what you wish, and to what you are pursuing, your targets. That is what makes it so important, and what you maintain alive on your mind becomes a reality. You need to be open to training. Personally, through the training I have had, I was able to indeed flourish. Thanks to the very patient coaching of my trainers, I learned a lot. I was able to familiarize myself with ways to follow procedure. I was able to keep the pace. I am strengthened and I'm encouraged and I feel very audacious. Didn't know I had those features. I became more patient and more persevering, both of which are aspects that are very critical to us. And a very important feature is also good programming and projection. This is what makes us capable of keeping up with the pace we need to follow. LR has always been providing the best quality products, allowing us to be truly pioneers, truly the avant-garde of all. Thank you, and I wish you the best of success. Happy New Year. We may go on with top sponsor awardees for Cyprus. The nominees are the winners are Mrs. Androniki Konstantinidou and Mr. Theodoros Valsamis. Let us connect to them. Good evening and Happy New Year. Can you hear me? Yes, we can. Good evening and happy New Year to all. Congratulations, first and above all, for this wonderful event we have been hosting for the last 15 minutes. I'm sure there is many more to be expected from you during the event. Androniki and Theodoris have had to be away. They were otherwise occupied. They had a very serious reason not to. So, as a mother and a sponsor, I am representing them. What they meant to convey to you during this event is that the features one should definitely make proof of in order to be successful in this activity is commitment and a true desire for results. Faith in the company for giving us the best, and they are giving us the best at LR. And just as my friend before me said, all this makes it possible for us to get the desired results. And then a spirit of cooperation and adjustability, adaptability. This is the key word during these difficult circumstances, and given the new realities we've been experiencing. These successful youths were able to adjust very quickly. They were able to adjust to the new ways of informing and updating people. Hence, these 71 new registrations, bringing them ahead as top sponsors. So thank you all. Thank you LR. Thank you networks. Thank you for all the things you are providing us. And I'm sure that whoever is now following this event can be inspired to grasp this opportunity and give the best of themselves, benefiting from these circumstances personally and as a family. Thank you very much for your attention. Indeed, that's very inspiring. Well, we started with the awards. We saw the first successful partner, and indeed we heard them saying wonderful things about you. You're a lively organization. You have the reflexes to come ahead and cater to the needs of the new realities. Indeed, it's in the lively organization, and the partners are in the very heart of our organization, without which nothing can happen. But you'll see there are more awards to come. We also have a next colleague to meet, Maria Kozivas. She is a sales planning and logistics manager. Good evening, Maria. Good evening to you. Well, here we are to pay tribute to our partners with the highest sales figures both in Greece and Cyprus. The nominees for top sale awards in Greece are and the winner is Mr. Androv Veselin. We will be having Mr. Androv. Hello, good evening and congratulations. Good evening, Happy New Year to all. Would you like to share with us what you believe are the strongest points in your effort? What made it possible for you to succeed? Well, first of all, I believed in the product. That helped me personally a lot, and there is no reason why we should not propose our products to everybody, because we all need them. Although I'm not a Greek national, I'm a foreigner established in Greece, that was no problem. I spoke easily with everybody, no problem, no inhibition. I can't think of anything more special. I did not do something exceptional. All I did was believe in the product and help others get to know these products. Thank you. Congratulations, and may you have more success in the future. I thank you all and Happy New Year to all. Thank you. Next comes the award to top sellers in Cyprus. The nominees are And the winner is Mrs. Stavroula Stavro and Mr. Andresinovos. Let us connect to them and have them say something. Do we have them here with us? Yes. Hello, hello, good evening. Happy New Year, best wishes, congratulations. Happy New Year to all. On my part, indeed, what makes us successful is our love for the products, the faith we have placed, righteously so, in the company, and the use of products we have been making, all of us. All this combined makes it possible for us to continuously and unreservedly propose the product. It's our enthusiasm. Most and above all, thanks to this enthusiasm, we went a long way. These are our strong points. Thank you very much. May you have more success in the future. Happy New Year. Thank you. What a lovely trip we're having. Between Greece and Cyprus, we travel from one place to the next. And for me, who do not know these people, what a good opportunity for me to see them. Yes. And indeed, in the beginning, when we started speaking about it, we did say how important LR's products are. All of our partners agree on the fact that their love for the product comes first. Very good products are they. And this is what makes them willing to propose them. Well, to be frank, the best publicity is one's own experience. If you're happy with the product, you're more ready and prepared to convey the message to others. Indeed, and you see that not even language can be a barrier. Next category, and welcoming Mrs. Rosia Tsirka. She's a sales support supervisor. Good evening and happy New Year from me as well. We'll be acknowledging top registrations for Greece and Cyprus for 2020. Greece. The nominees for Greece are the winners are Mrs. Vasilopoulou Natasha, Mr. Georgios Anthopoulos. Let us link to them. Hello, good evening. Good evening and congratulations. Happy New Year. Let us all be healthy and sound. What would you advise newcomers to this profession? Well, stemming out of our own experiences, our advice, because of our personal difficulties, our target was about products that allow for a direct contact with the client. We have the Autoship that is enthusiastic about, and it is about the customer, it is about harmonizing and adjusting, and indeed a very good solution. So the benefit was obvious, both in terms of health and in terms of finance for the customers. For whatever for whatever reason, this is very important. And in closing this link, I would like to dedicate today's success to Mrs. Ioanna Dourou, the organ leader, for her support and continuous, consistent guidance. Thank you and best wishes. Thank you. Thank you. May you have more success in the future. May you always be successful. Okay, then going ahead with top Autoship registration for Cyprus. The nominees are the winners are Mrs. Stavroula Stavru and Mr. Andresinos. Linking to them. Good evening once again. Congratulations for the second award. Happy New Year and good evening once again. Well, what would you advise your starting partners to do now that they're taking the first steps in LR? Well, that's a wonderful opportunity it's their opportunity to engage in something wonderful by embarking on AutoShip. It is about ensuring a constant flow of supply of products needed for their own consumption. In so doing, you are buying products at a good price without paying dispatch shipment fees, and in the end, at the end of every AutoShip, you get a present. So what I propose new partners is to all start with an AutoShip, if only to secure the advantageous price and make use of their own products. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mrs. Stavro. Thank you very much. I wish you more success in the future. Wow, fantastic. I am so happy to have awarded this AutoShip prize because you see, it's a very critical product, and I'm sure I have to congratulate Mrs. Stavro for acknowledging how important AutoShip is and how critical it is for one to be able to build one's month with as many programs as one may have under AutoShip. It's about consuming products one may have, and about bringing one's partners closer to targets and indeed increase the turnover and sales. I'm sure there's only benefit to be reaped for all, so the benefit is tremendous indeed. Nevertheless, let us go ahead with more good news. Welcome Mrs. Vlahoyani. She's Health Product Special Manager. Good evening. Happy New Year to all. Today I'm here to do something different for once. I will be bestowing an award. If it's an Oscar I'm awarding, this is yet another dream I've had with LR to be part of an awards ceremony. Digital Promotion Award for 2020. 2020 having been a year which in a very harsh way showed how important the promotion of LR products are through social media. Many of our partners have been achieving high quality material for social media, but we did distinguish a network that was created for the 5-in-1 men's shot, a product that was launched only 3 months ago and became a favorite instantly amongst men. The creator of this video is our organ leader, under the name of Loizos Konstantinou. Good evening, Mr. Konstantinou. Are you with us? Good evening, and hello, Ioanna. How are you? Is everything okay? Happy New Year to all. Happy New Year to you. How do you feel about being the winner of this award? Well, to tell you the truth, I feel wonderful, if only to say that my only motivation was the love of the product, because I've loved it. This I know all too well, and I'm sure that this is what will be inspiring your network as well. Quite simply, I would like you to tell us how easy it is for a partner to create content for the social media in order to promote all our products over the social media. Yes, why not? The truth be said, we're not doing something different from what we have done back in offline era. The rules are the same if one tries some of the products, identifies with some products, and becomes fond of a product. If anything, one wishes to share it with others. So today, every day, we've been sharing things over social media platforms. Therefore, just as we would have done in our everyday life, we're doing it in the social media world, and knowing that this might be even more appealing and more influencing. So just get hold of the product you love most, become committed to it, and you'll be able to freely and enthusiastically speak about it. All the more since you now, by trying it, you have a personal opinion about it. Wonderful. Thank you very much. So let us watch this video that became worthy of this award.
Five-in-one men's shot.
I'm very fond of social media and Instagram. I have to congratulate multiply the creator of this video. It's a whole production this person has come up with, Mr. Constantino, which proves how enthusiastic he has become with a product. It's one and the same thing. Unless you are enthusiastic, you cannot produce a thing like that. Yes, it is a proof of passion, love, and dedication, and creativity as well. When for the first time we came across this video, everybody at the company says, "That was wonderful. Have you watched it?" Yes, it is contagious. It's something much more than a video production. Indeed, congratulations, lots of them. Yes, and we are heading to the last award, which is not going to our partners, it goes to a person within the company, and a very special one it is. I'm welcoming for this Vagis once again. Welcome back, Vagis. Nice to be back. And that's a special award. 2020 has been a year of very particular circumstances and difficulties. Those difficulties were about everybody, both at the company and elsewhere. There has been a team within the company that reacted very fruitfully and made things happen during spring and the hard lockdown, when we all had to spend time at home. They were at the warehouse and made sure that things went normal for the company. And in December, under the pressure of courier companies, with 50% of LR's distributions on their shoulders, those people performed beautifully. And during the last week of December, they were able to work without electricity, without heating, without the means otherwise they should have. And this is what makes them worth of praise. I'm very proud to be having you aboard the company. And on behalf of the team, I'd like to call upon Dimitris Diamandakos to come near and receive an award as a small token of the great effort you carried out. Thank you so much. It is the award, or the prize for outstanding performance. On my part, I'd like to wish everybody Happy New Year, be healthy and of sound composure. Indeed, Vice, thank you very much. Behind this award, there is a whole team, my team. I'd like to thank all of the members of the team, without whom nothing would have been possible. I would like to wish everybody at LR to be of sound health and have a wonderful year ahead. All of the success should go to us, and thank you very much for acknowledging my efforts and our efforts. Be well. Well, as we go ahead with our program tonight, And the higher the spirits go during this session, the more happy I feel to be here with you. I'm happy for your happiness and pleasure, and may I tell you that much, what is coming up is one of my favorite aspects, where you keep promising things that you keep rewarding, and you are placing such emphasis on your partners. Well, I have seen palpable proof of that, yes, and not accidentally. So these are major gestures. We're talking about cars. Yes, wow, valuable things then, yes. And not just any car. That's a Mercedes we're talking about. Oh, it's getting better and better by the moment, by the second. Yes, indeed. Nevertheless, let's be patient. Let us welcome two partners of ours who have a long experience at LR, and they're highly experienced in cars. Mr. Sotos Melis and Yotos Batalis. These are two leaders, gold and silver org leaders respectively. Let us welcome them. First of all, George and Sotos, can you hear us? Of course. Hello. Good evening from Athens. Because you are in Patras and in Cyprus respectively. All right. Well, we were talking about cars, and we were talking about the experience you have been building up over the years for both of you. This is true. Please share with us this experience of yours. George, would you like to start with your experience as far as cars are concerned, safety, and the rest? Why not? First of all, I would like to say good evening to everybody, Mrs. Kolakis, Mr. Kolias, and all Babousis. Thank you very much for having us. Congratulations for a very difficult and challenging year, to which we catered very successfully, because LR makes impossible things be possible. After 21 years with the company, I could never imagine that I would have driven 6 black beauties, and I can tell you that much, if the car is the main pillar, nobody could ever convince me I would have driven 6 cars by LR. Driving to my summer place in Tripolis, I found myself in a difficult road. There was frost on the road, and I skidded away from the road, but we came out alive, and everybody said what saved you was the supercar you had, the Mercedes car. So I can tell you that much. LR provides its partners with safety. As to the feelings one has by driving an LR car, they are wonderful. You feel unique, you feel acknowledged, and people identify you with LR. These are emotions I could never imagine were possible in my life. In the beginning, I would never believe I could drive a car coming from the company, but as I told you, ever since I started, I have driven 6 different wonderful cars, limo cars, the E300 and BlueTech Hybrid, Mercedes. At the time of crisis, no one else had it, and I was the only one driving this car, a car that is more than 90,000 euro worth. And now, next month, or within the next 2 months, I will be driving a new car. I may say this much: safety, acknowledgement, recognition, status, and economy. Let me tell you also that COVID-19 gave us a push, we people of LR. It brought our business up, and now we're talking about internet marketing. Let me thank LR publicly for providing safety at times of insecurity. Let me also thank you for giving us quality in difficult times, and this is a harbor of safety, a safe haven, and a haven of stability for those who are committed to systematic effort. Happy New Year to all. Happy New Year, George. Let me add to that LR has made things possible to you that it's something you're worth of. You are the person behind this effort. You will be taking all the credits for all the efforts, and that's the least I can say about you. Thank you. Sotos, how about your experience? Please share it with us. Well, first of all, Happy New Year to all. May 2021 be a good year. 2020 has been a year of wisdom. It taught us many things. If anything, I am very happy to have been given the opportunity through all these efforts, through all this experience, to get to grips with the fact that there are opportunities thanks to new tools that are enabling us to establish a network out of our own office in many different countries. The fact that LR is giving away cars is a very positive thing to those who love cars. I, for a change, am a person who is not fond of cars. I'm not mad about cars, nor am I a person who kept dreaming of cars or material assets, but my aspiration was to be free and to be able to deal with my hobbies is dog breeding, kenneling, and mountain trekking. Of course, when I learned that I'm able to pursue the award of a safety car, I went after it, and very soon, in 2005, I was able to drive the Alpha Plus Mercedes. I keep driving this car to this day. Then I found out what a safety car is, and then a second car, Epsilon 200, 50,000 euro worth, and also kept it for a long time. Avyi, my wife, keeps driving the cars because she spends more time with my family and me and my family to ride the safe cars. Then a GLC car, 65,000 euro worth. We have had cars of a total 120,000 euro, accounting for more than 10 years of commitment because of what we did in the past. You do understand that LR, just as George said, gives you the opportunity to have a safe car, a car of safety for you and your family. Our objective, as always, has been to have as many people as possible come closer to this target. And I'm happy that many of our partners in other countries, as in Romania, for example, although we don't speak the same language, many partners do not even speak English. Nevertheless, their will for growth drove them ahead, and many people are now getting hold of brand new cars. For many people, this is a lifetime dream, which is why I mean to be continuing to go after people who are willing and able to become partners and therefore benefit from what we have been benefiting. And indeed, we have an objective. 10 partners of ours become silver organ leaders. I would like to congratulate everybody in the company. Every time you are very pleasantly surprising us. And although this event is being hosted over the internet because of the circumstances, you nevertheless manage to do things better every time. Congratulations, and I'm wishing our new partners the best of success. For the newcomers, don't think about it twice. Go ahead, plunge. Otherwise you will regret it. Be successful and happy. Thank you very much, Sotos. The idea is not to think about it, is to do it. Act on it. I'm sure that you will be inspiring people. Yes, the time has come for our fleet to be introduced to you. First of all, the A-Class Mercedes. it's getting better and better indeed, with so many people being awarded and acknowledged. One is about to be, I don't know, a bit envious. Well, indeed, have you started thinking about it? And seriously so, quite frankly. To quote Sotos, don't think about it, act on it. I agree with Sotos. It's all about action indeed, that's the key. And indeed, the very next video will be convincing you. Is it more of an incentive? Well, better cars. Much better cars, actually. But what is it? How better can it get? Okay, let the pictures speak about it. I can't imagine, let alone describe in words, what the feelings of those people are when they finally see their efforts be awarded in such a way and their pathos so well acknowledged. And indeed, in a very palpable way, the cars are but one form of award. There are more awards, and this is the money they're getting on a monthly basis. Well, that's why you're all smiling. That's what explains it. Well, what we've seen that far is the fleet we have in A-class and bigger cars. Let us see some more recent acquisitions, or otherwise deliveries of cars. Great. Wow, amazing, wonderful, very beautiful. Well, we start feeling very lured. Yeah, indeed, we are now starting to get into the spirit of what LR is really about. Yes, and after this major roundabout of the world, yes, this is proof of what you're talking about. Yes, these are genuine smiles, and these are people who are truly uh, inspired by pathos. Indeed, after all these years with LR, I can tell you this passion is something you see all around you. It's palpable. You can feel it. Well, without passion, without vision, nothing is possible, of course. And objective, and target, and aims. Yes, what a good cue. Let us connect with our Justin studio. We have our gold organ leader Vasilis Aklavas and Andriopoulos, our silver organ leader. They will be having a chat with Vagis on the perspectives, projections, and the vision of LR for 2021. Thank you, Andreas. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. This is thank you, Vasilis, Mr. Avousis. Vagis to you and you're my friends. Vasilis, how was 2020 for you? Well, that was a different year in every possible way. It was neither bad nor was it good. It was a different year. Many things have happened and many things will be capitalized upon. Vagis, what do you believe are the things we'll be building on? Well, it would be an understatement to say that that was a different year, to quote the American expression. There have been changes in every possible way in the market. What we have managed to see during 2020 was a shift. If we had done this alone, we may have taken 4 years, but people adjusted themselves so swiftly. They were able to incorporate new technologies, and at the same time, to a great extent, we understood how strong we are deep within. For us to be able to react to these difficult conditions. Despite the difficult circumstances, we kept working and operating, functioning as a human being, love, have one's relationships, use technology. To me, that was something that we all knew would happen one day, but we never expected this to happen so swiftly. It came earlier than we expected, yes, undoubtedly. So there are features to capitalize upon for the years to come, things that are left behind and which will be utilized both individually and as a company. When speaking about the future, how do you envision the market to develop direct sales-wise over the next few years, over the next 3 to 5 years? Where are we heading at? There are two pillars in my response. There would be developments anyway. Now the pandemic made it more swift. It accelerated it. Up until recently, we had realized that many people are coming into the market to look for things other than we have to see. Freedom, the possibility to work without being directly managed and make free use of their time as they please. That was a trend that started in Asia and America and somewhere in Europe. Many companies, especially those who were running direct sales networks, were talking about digitalization, but very few companies have been able to do that. We started seeing that there were some tools we understood would be of use. The major hurdle we had towards making the leap forward was the adaptability of the people around us. Well, the pandemic accelerated that. This change happened very swiftly. Yet another aspect is the behavior of consumers, especially in Greece. We were somehow slow in incorporating a sales procedure that would be involving working from home. We are Greek. We are Mediterranean people, we love direct contact. Well, the trend also changed because of the pandemic. And going back to the question, I believe that this market was placed at a place where everybody else is coming to see what we're doing. Everybody else is changing their models to be able to compare with us in the way we distribute, in the way we evolve. We know how to do it. The opportunities now are endless. What we had not so far managed to do was to adjust these possibilities to our model. And that is where we were successful. And now the opportunities are endless. And a slight comment. Reading into a blog, I read that direct sales and the people working in direct sales have been amongst those who were able to adjust more swiftly to these new possibilities, the digitalization of the market. And since we talked about the future, yet another question. How about the targets? How about the perception and approach of LR for Greece and Cyprus? For the new year, what is it there in store for us? Well, my answer might be a bit strange to you, might sound strange. Any company, LR, most of, and above all, should be relying on one's DNA. We should capitalize on those special features that make of our company unique, and this is something that is built over the years. Over 30 years in the market, it is impossible to do something different from what you really are. So the kind of products you have, the business opportunity we propose is there. The procedures you have, the approaches you have are there. So what needs to be done, and in which I believe most above all, is how to adjust ourselves to the new conditions. So when it comes to priorities for 2021, adjustability is the kind of thing I'm working on, adjusting ourselves to the new way of work, to the new way of life, and to us this is a priority. This is not something that should be limited to wishful thinking. We need to wish and do it. That's our pathway, and the next step will be starting already next week. There are training sessions already to be launched next week, and that is the pace we'll be following for the days and months to come. This is our model of operation. It's our modus operandi. It's digitalized. You have heard a lot about it already. Another aspect we'll be really building on is the steps towards digitalization. We need to have people understand that being digital is not about having to go into a big black box and discover new things. The tools we'll be using are simple and down to earth. All it takes is for a person to be showing us the way, and LR will be doing this. We will be showing the way. So we mean over the first quarter of this year to launch our first tools about training, digital training, by way of application or digital platforms and websites, and we'll be continuing training people as to how to transit to the new era. So Vagis, which domains you believe our partners should invest in order to be successful during 2021? Answer. Vasilis, I had a lovely talk with Sebastian. We'll be having Sebastian soon, as to what we are, where we stand, and how we take it from here, what our vision is. And I'd like to reinforce Sebastian's message. The change already here. The new normal is about continuous change, and will be much more thorough from what we've experienced so far. We live and operate within a changing market. Consumers change their habits, so does the offer of companies change. People change, it's a fact. For a company to grow within such an environment, it needs to get accustomed to this constant change and incorporate into its culture the facility whereby its values will be adjusted, not changed, but adjusted to the new circumstances. That is where digital tools come in. It is so much more easy for one to have a digital and Zoom generated meeting than having to travel Athens to do it. We didn't do it in the past, now we do it. It's about how easy it is now to have a seminar with as many as 10 people without having to bring people together within a hotel room if we have to have a digital platform. These are changes that can take over gradually but steadily. We need to get accustomed to the idea, the notion of change. We need to incorporate these things we have been learning about, and let's see where the market goes, and similarly adjust. This is the process of change over which the company may ensure all of you that it will be on your side by way of tools, support, and enthusiasm. That's my vision for the company I'm running, and this is what all of us and all of the people coming to us are worth of. No other company would be able to do what we're doing for them. And generally speaking, about the message you're conveying as a general manager and the company for 2021, what will this message be? Emotionally speaking, what I believe truly and every cell of mine so says, is being optimistic. I'm incredibly optimistic about the future. Having met people, having seen things, I know what our possibilities and potential are, and very soon, sooner rather than later, we'll have a great growth. I say that amongst all these things said, we need to be very well focused as to what people will be doing. Whatever we discuss, whatever our tools may be, whatever our training sessions may be, we're still LR. LR run by values, specific values and principles, and will be true to them. Truthfulness, our assistance to people who want to grow, helping people capitalize on their possibility and really convert knowledge into action. Messages. Number 1, full optimism. Number 2, training best focused on the outcome. And let us not get lost in the translation or into any procedures. Once again, we need the whole team to be aboard, and we'll be there to support everybody, because this is only one way to go ahead, by joining forces. What a lovely debate we are having. If only we had time to have more questions put through to Vagis. Happy New Year to everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Let us continue with the flow of our event. Bo, back to Andreas. Thank you, Zisis, and thank you, Vasilis, and of course thank you, Vagis, for this great discussion you have had. A very critical exchange, and one of the pillars upon which you relied was training. Training being of crucial importance, and you'll see we'll be investing a lot time-wise in training, because this we believe is one of the pillars that will help us grow further. At this point, I would like to call upon, by way of linkage, to Mr. Christos Vulgaridis, one-star president. Hello, Christos. Good evening. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Good evening to Eleni and Andreas. And besides wishing you Happy New Year, Happy Decade, because the decade that has started, I believe, will be a very exciting decade for changes to be brought about for LR and the world. And because we'll be speaking about training and how important it is, let me start by reminding everyone something. Success always comes to those who have what they wish. And this is because they have what they wish, and that makes a difference. What everybody has now, I think the only thing one has is one's personality, oneself. That's the best friend of ours, oneself. So the fundamental direction is the possibility for one to invest in oneself. So I believe there is no more important investment for anyone, not just LR partners who want to succeed. The most important investment is training, as to how each person is bound to invest in oneself. We have all gone through various training sessions. We started by being pupils at school, students, and then following various paths in our careers. Training focuses on specific aspects. Theory is something we all start from, and theory is the orientation provided by educators. But the most critical aspect of training is how one trains oneself. This comes through practices, as one embarks on an effort to turn theory into practice. Oh, this is what I have been able to understand over these years with LR, and what helped me most is how I was able to learn from myself and my actions. Still, actions came as a sequel to the seminars I attended, so it is important for me to be willing to train myself. There are advantages, fundamental ones, as to the way we work in the way we operate within LR. It's an operation, not just work. The most high advantage being that training is voluntary, not obligatory. And I may sound a bit colloquial, but that's the trick of it all, to be willing to embark willingly, voluntarily on a training effort. And yet another thing, just as training is voluntary, so is success. And that is about being free in what we're doing. No one can force you to be successful. One has to be willing to, and to be voluntarily embark on this effort. I always find another advantage very important, namely that every trainer, every presenter is a person that has already had the experience before conveying it. So trainers are there to convey their experience. Hence the sacred nature of this training. It's not about someone reading books. Another advantage, perhaps a disadvantage, might be that this is given for free. Those who will be appreciating things are those who will be the winners. Still, it is free. No consideration. And in closing, in due course, any trainee becomes a trainer in due course. And that's the exciting thing about LR, namely that people who get trained, no sooner do they get to their first seminars, they become motivated, and slowly but steadily one comes to grips with the reality. That's how trainees become trainers, and that's a major thing, and that is upon the thing upon which the LR's idea is all about. It is something we all rely upon. In closing, how about the objective of training? True training should aim at one and one thing only: how to make of a closed mind an open mind, how closed minds we may have had in the past become open minds, and if anything, all these years through LR, just as we have trained ourselves and through the process of networks that have been running their training, this should be the main theme for all of us. And about 2021, something we have learned in 2020. Let me give you an advice, if I may. Please try to be true. Be true. You don't have to be perfect. Be real. Don't have to be perfect. There is no perfection, but there is reality. Real never loses. Happy New Year. Be successful, and whatever you do, be successful. Thank you very much. Thank you, Christos. And I will be insisting on one thing you said before, that part where training is not something that is theoretical. Rather, this is not something that happens because some people read a manual and they're here to do something, speak about something to convey upon to others. Training is about measurable results, and those results have indeed been measured, and we have realized there are major leaps in turnover for partners around Greece and the entire region, and Cyprus as well, and in those countries that are having partners take part in these training sessions. Thank you very much, Christos. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to share with you our training schedule for the first quarter of this year. As you will be discovering, and as we have said last time as of our meetings, we mean to start forthwith, starting already in January. Consequently, we'll be starting with January. You already have had the invitation starting on the 11th of the month. And the first step are the monthly activities, the management processes, where JTL Plus will be participating. 11%ers come next, general managers come second. Then I would like to call upon you to come forth, take part with an open mind in these sessions. It is important to understand and get acquainted with practices that are measurable. There are measurable results, and I'm positive that very soon you'll be doing a lot You'll be having all the support you need from your sponsors. Besides training modules we have prepared and in which we believe a lot, I'd like to share with you a video production, a very short one, about the site we're preparing, the site that will be there to provide information and training content on digital aspects. Let's have this video.
Γεια σας, είμαι η Ιωάννα και μαζί θα δούμε πώς μπορεί να στήσουμε το δικό μας επαγγελματικό προφίλ.
Hi, I'm Ioanna. Let's see how we can set up our digital profile.
Είμαι ο Γιώργος Κρικοριά. Έχω σπουδάσει στο Πάντιο Πανεπιστήμιο και έχω τελειώσει το τμήμα Επικοινωνίας Μέσων και Πολιτισμού.
Γεια σας, είμαι η Έλενα. Είμαι σύμβουλος ανάπτυξης επιχειρηματικών δράσεων μέσω ίντερνετ και social media και σήμερα θα μιλήσουμε για τα social media.
Είμαι εδώ για να μιλήσουμε για την πλατφόρμα WhatsApp.
Αν κάποιος σκέφτεται να δουλέψει με τα μέσα κοινωνικής δικτύωσης για να αναπτύξει ακόμα πιο δυνατά τη δουλειά του, σήμερα είναι η πιο κατάλληλη στιγμή. Η ιδιαιτερότητα του YouTube είναι ότι για να δημιουργήσουμε ένα καινούργιο λογαριασμό θα πρέπει να συνδέσουμε έναν ήδη υπάρχον ή να δημιουργήσουμε εξ αρχής ένα Google λογαριασμό.
Οι λειτουργίες που προσφέρει το Viber είναι φωτογραφίες, μηνύματα, βιντεοκλήσεις.
Το σωστό στήσιμο της εικόνας που έχουμε στα social media μέσα από τους λογαριασμούς που έχουμε σε διάφορες πλατφόρμες, LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube ή οπουδήποτε βρίσκεται κάποιος, είναι πάρα πολύ σημαντικό. Το
Instagram is amongst the most popular social networks worldwide with a growing number of users. What are we to do for this camera never to be a hurdle to our communication and to not affect our productiveness as professionals? As you may understand, the video you just saw is just one of the many supporting activities hosted by LR, and very soon we'll be having this ready for you. It will be a site providing information on the way we will be able to increase our productivity, and the change that has come about in our lives should not be influencing us negatively. So we won't have our camera be a foe, it will be a friend. This will be the incentive for us to be able to communicate with people who otherwise would not be accessible, people that would otherwise not be possible to meet. And another important thing is we now have technology in our hands. What with the videos we'll be preparing and uploading in our sites, everybody will have the possibility to get hold of information that will enable you to make of your technology a friend of yours, not a foe. Let me also tell you that through those sites and all this information we'll be having and things that everybody will be having for you to be able to develop, you'll be able to understand how to work with social media, through social media, how to work with your camera, how to use tools that need to be available to you. And you see there are no more distances thanks to technology. But this is not the only supporting tool we'll be providing you with. In early February, we mean to have the first application of LR, the LR app. This, in turn, is bound to help most of you, all of you, to have information on practical aspects. At this point, I'd like to share with you with a video, and you'll see what more there is in store for you.
Άρα λοιπόν
Consequently, the application you just got a glimpse of, the LR app, will very soon be ready and available to you in early February. It will contain information we may get hold of, information about various programs that are possibly running at a specific point in time, information about products and other data bound to help you grow further. And of course, you'll be having data available to you, new partners, so that they have something of a practical guide to inspire them and help them through. But when it comes to supporting tools and apart from the kind of training we'll be having on the digital platform, the LRtogetherness.com, as an LR app we're developing, there are other tools we promise will be helping you to grow. Let us learn more about the sponsoring competition that is actually running, started already in early January. So essentially, be giving us a possibility upon collecting 150 PVs and 4 first new lines to have 2 perfumes of choice, and for those of 4 new lines and 150 PVs, a laptop case and a wristwatch recording pulse, heart pulse rates and the rest, all for January. And this irrespective from all other entry sets which are running at the moment. Of course, besides this, a program that is already underway is the reward of the 9 and 11 percenters. We have already got hold of the Starbucks that 9 percenters will be able to have once they confirm the title, and 11 percenters getting hold of their business set. As you may understand, there is this possibility, this thought as a way of helping new partners to develop further, to grow. Now, besides those partners that are now starting and they are taking their first steps in this career, being able to get hold of the presents I've just shown you, there are all these actions proposed bound to help them have a guaranteed income. And I'm talking about Fast Track Reloaded. It's a program that started already in October and will be effective all the way through to February, both for new partners and those who are already registered, who have not reconfirmed their participation in the Fast Track program, as well as partners already in Fast Track 1 or 2 or previous Fast Trackers. Now, about the money we're giving in terms of award for those who achieve the title, these are considerable amounts of money that might go up to 15,000 euro per year. Consequently, there is a whole set of actions proposed expected to help us from January on to grow further. Recapitulating, training sessions, rewards already at the first step of the 9 and 11 percenters, capable of further incentivizing those people towards further developing, and the Fast Track module, under which those partners already with us will be, if achieving their title and confirm their guaranteed income. At this point, I would like to say this. Besides this information and the training sessions we have already mentioned, we contrived something new. Calling upon Dr. Ioanna Vlachoyannis. Welcome back, Ioanna. I know you have something important to share with us. Good evening once again. Quite simply, I'd like to ask you whether you're ready to learn the secret behind healthy cells. Yes, will this be novel? Precisely. Stay on. There is news in store for you. Well, today we will be discussing a new series of products the motto of which is your health, your body, protect every cell in your body. So this will be our motto for 2021. Our body comprises many cells. Nevertheless, the outer environment, infections, a lack of exercise, stress, and an unbalanced diet may also affect the functions of our cells. A strong body means strong cells. Our body comprises some 200 different types of cells and some 3 trillion cells. Therefore, the basis of our body, our cells, are very critical for our health. In the very epicenter we have the basis, the cells. Many project studies have demonstrated over the years how important the way we aliment ourselves is. We are what we eat, and the research has shown that 85% of the population does not manage to feed themselves properly by consuming the appropriate quantities of fruit and vegetables and get hold of the good vitamins. So we're trying to see how important it is to get good diet habits. Your body, your health, protect every cell of yours. Would you like to see within this new video what is the new series of products? Let's see. Watch with me. So, you saw what the new range of products is. The 3 new products: Cell Essence Food, Cell Essence Energy, and Cell Essence Regeneration. It is a comprehensive package of products for the health of your cells. Let us see what the basis of the composition of these 3 products is. A critical part is the nutrients, very precious nutrients with proved efficiency. A second very critical aspect are the very precious and selected superfoods bound to create a new kind of formula, Cell Boost Formula by ELR, for better functioning of cell processes. About the Cell Essence Food now, this is the product aiming at feeding our cells. It provides our organism with nutrients containing the Moringa and Acerola superfoods and some very precious fruit and vegetable extracts containing vitamins, metals, and some precious enzymes like lipase, amylase, and lactases. Moringa, this is a treasure. You may have heard about it. It is very precious for its properties, 7 times more vitamins than oranges, 10 times more vitamin A than carrots and 25 more iron than spinach. This is a treasure of nutrients. And acerola, this is a vitamin C bomb, as people like to call it. Acerola is a fruit that is reminiscent of cherry and is 50 to 100 times more rich in vitamin C than oranges. No other known plant contains more vitamin C than acerola. Power and energy for your cells through the second product in the range, Cell Essence Energy, supporting the generation of energy, supporting the conversion of energy. 3 very important superfoods: spirulina, chlorella, and guarana, vitamins, metals, and ribose. It is a hydrocarbon that is important for the ATP. Spirulina and chlorella, they are the specialists for the production of oxygen, because there are 2 types of algae rich in nutrients like fiber and proteins, are very important for the production of oxygen. Guarana, you know what guarana is. It is present in many products of LR. These are grains that are very rich in caffeine and much richer than coffee beans. They generate energy. A third and very critical product in the range is Cell Essence regeneration for the cells. It is supporting the natural processes for the regeneration and splitting of cells and their reproduction. Reproduction is about protecting the genetic information and our DNA. The most crucial superfood being curcuma, combined with vitamins and metals. Curcuma is considered to be a miracle ingredient from Asia, containing curcumin, bestowing a special color, the yellow color, with important properties. You may definitely have seen all of this on the internet, and it contains fine essences and vitamins. It's a simple, comprehensive, and naturally pleasant solution through the new Cell Essence product range. Cell Essence food with great flavor: apple, 2 measures in 100 ml of water in the morning. Cell Essence Energy at noon, dissolving 1 scoop of the product in 100 ml of water at noon, and Cell Essence Regeneration 1.5 scoop within 100 ml of water in the evening, enjoying the great taste. Mango flavor. This new range is launched on the 1st of February. Here you see what the prices are of products per item. Every unit counts for consumption of 1 month. You also see what the set is. It will be sold at a discount price over the catalog. Starting in February, we'll have a comprehensive support for your business activity over a very detailed sales flyer, giving you data on the ingredients of the products as well as on the way they will be consumed. The video you saw already, you watched it, will be also available on the social media in an abridged version. 6 further videos by Dr. Sven Hefhardt, the presentation and the frequently asked questions, the manual, and our roll banner. But we also have something very special for you. Starting tomorrow on the 6th of January on and through to the 31st of January, all these new products will be available through the kickoff set. Those 3 Cell Essence Food, Cell Essence Energy, and Cell Essence Regeneration products, together with 10 units of the very detailed sales flyer, will be sold at a discount of 24% in January. We only have this through this kickoff set, so make the most of this offer and be the first to get to know this new range of products. I'm convinced that you'll be enjoying them and they will become your favorite. Your body, your health, protect every cell in you. At this point, I would like to call upon Mr. Antonios Moussalidis. He's a silver organ leader and an MD, to share with us ideas about what the new product provides. Good evening, Mr. Moussalidis. Good evening to all. Happy New Year. Good evening to Anna. You've been doing a great job and the presentation is tantalizing. And today we're very happy to be together to launch a novel product of LR. This is a pleasure to me. To me, this is reason to enjoy. It gives me more enthusiasm and certainty about what LR is. I like this evolutive presentation. LR following the trend of things. LR is starting from the cell being a new trend in biology. It is molecular medicine, we're talking about molecular biology, and it is about the basis of our body and our cell. And you know, this, I believe, is bound to give us the possibility to speak to new people coming from the world of doctors, nutritionists, as well as people amongst the new generation, those young people that are more bound to embark on new approaches, vegan products, for example. Whether COVID-19 is something they fear or not, people know that something is lurking and that preparing one's body to face a challenge is very critical. It has always been a question, how come some people become seriously ill under COVID and some do not suffer that much? And we know all too well that the basis for all this, the basis for good health is the cell. So I'm very happy to have new products to talk about, products which I believe are bound to attract new people near us for better health and starting to work at the basis. I am so happy to be able to share this with you, and here's wishing Happy New Year, full of health, good sales and success. Thank you, Mr. Moussalidis. Thank you very much. 3 new products, a new range of products, which, as you very correctly, Mr. Moussalidis said, are 3 products that are vegan, 3 products not containing lactose, not containing gluten, no artificial colors or aromatics or artificial flavors, a new target group for LR's activity to be boosted. More good news in store. As you may already have seen, a major part of LR World for January is our body mission. It is a fact that at this moment many of you have been penning in your calendar to improve your diet and nutrition, make exercise part of your life and perhaps lose weight. To that purpose we place special emphasis on January and on our 28 days body mission program. Moreover, we are renewing this product with a new flavor of FigoActive products to help you control your weight in a healthy way, pleasantly and without guilt. Your favorite FigoActive creamy chocolate comes back, unbelievably creamy, velvety and very chocolatey, quite pleasant, with only 29 calories in store for you. A special combination of precious nutrients with vegetable fibers from linus seed and the skin of sage psyllium. You know how important the antioxidant properties of these materials are, and we'll have the milk serum protein, so critical for the maintenance and the development of muscular mass, which we know is important for the loss of weight. When we maintain our muscular mass, we may expect better and more efficient metabolism. So here's wishing all of your objectives for 2021 be achieved. Here's wishing that you all have healthier cells, better and more balanced dietary habits through our LR products. Be happy. Wonderful. So we had a taste of all these great products one may come across at LR. It was a magical trip that could go on forever, and indeed. And I believe there are no better products than those that Ioanna just mentioned helping us start the year. How about stopping the year? Because us women would much rather have time stop where we feel we're better off. And as we're reaching towards the end of this wonderful evening, we will be meeting Paraskivi Kasanaki Orgal and Georgia Capizzoni, Gold and Silver Orgal Leader, respectively, met Stefanos Kanakis, the author, who will be giving us some very interesting ideas. This person is very inspiring through his motivation, inciting people towards embarking with passion on what they're doing. Let us have them. Stefanos, I'm very happy to see you amongst us. Welcome. We at LR were all independent professionals. How could we maintain this internal incentive alive, not to lose our enthusiasm? I believe the only incentive we have is the internal one. One may not expect to incentivize anyone else on the long run. One may boost one may motivate one may provide motives, but each and every one of us needs to have one's own car on the move all the time. There are people, leaders and heads who are in charge of the incentivization part, but each and every one of us has a duty to create one's own incentive. We're not computers. Of course, there will be times when we feel low. There will be days when we won't be feeling up to it. But once I accept also this dimension, indeed, I have to give myself the best self-incentivization possible. As to how I can do that, walking, trekking, running, swimming, biking within the day. This boosts endorphins, motion generates endorphins. It's about the well-being, physically speaking. Cortisol, the stress hormone, goes down by 50%. There is no way you can go out walking without a very good idea coming up, even if you forget a mail or if you need to call over the phone one's parents or a partner. Motion is the best medicine towards self-appreciation, self-esteem. If you do something about someone so special as you are for yourself, Alzheimer and cancer possibilities go down by 70%, and all those things you want come through motion, and you feel better about yourself. Something that seemed to be untacklable before moving about now becomes possible. And for this to become embedded, you need to do it all the time, continuously. Every time, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Besides walking, are there any other ways, any other tips for the self-motivation to be boosted? Walking of the spirit, walking of the mind, reading, attending seminars, all those wonderful things I know you have been doing for your personal development are the solutions. People are after money, but not just after money. So to be able to work about myself, with myself, read, go through psychotherapy, attend seminars, leadership seminars, incentivization seminars, that's the best thing that can happen to you. The personal development aspect is something important. Self-development.
Είναι ουσιαστικά το σημαντικότερο ρόλο, δηλαδή.
Leadership is the most important thing, and if we have a scale between 0 and 10, if I'm at level 5, everything will be at 5. My income, my cooperation, my partners, my family, my financial means. If I work myself through development, everything will go up. If I get all and more objectives, unless I have a long-term project, things will be fluctuating beyond tolerance. These are things you know here very well, so the more I set targets high, the better things will be in every aspect. Unless I bring my objectives up, I will never be able to achieve more, and to reach higher levels, I also have to accept the possibility of going down for a while. At a point, I heard the speaker say that if I manage to evolve by 0.3% per day, 3 out of a million, 60 minutes of the day working on myself, at the end of the year, I will have 0.3% multiplied by 365 days, increase my value by 60%. The same going for my income, provided I'm consistent. Now, going back home, I loved what I heard. Nevertheless, I found out that there is a part of capitalization he has not taken into account. If you work on something, capitalization works both ways. So by multiplying 0.3%, starting my year by 1% and increasing by 0.3% per day, 60 minutes of work per day, at the end of the year it will get better. So capitalizing upon things already achieved, I get better and better, provided I'm consistent and working 60 minutes a day. It's a matter of habit. At the end of the year, I'm bound to have tripled my value. So I worked on this formula, and this one at the end of the 10th year was 55,000. One becomes 55,000. Not just 50,000%, 55,000. So if under these circumstances working on 60%, I have to work on health, on relationships, on everything, on the kind of optimism, I'm bound to do much better. And because your question was about internal incentivization, internal motivation, it's the only thing you can be sure of. It's the only investment that can be capitalized upon. Do you have any easy tips to work on for us, and especially for the new generation? Well, I advise the young to follow the advice of the seniors, because seniority is something very important, and to follow the example of people who have brought about results, it's important. You don't have long-term results just by accident. If you manage to do that, and provided what you do is ethical, then you can only expect better results. No discouragement is enough to bring you back, provided you follow your dream. Jim Rohn, this great person, gave a speech back in 1980, in the early 80s, to a major oil company, and he was confronted with the question, how will the 80s fare? Jim Rohn said, no, I can tell you what will happen in 1980. So in the 80s will be what has always been. So essentially is a mix of challenges and problems. So at the moment, the difficulty we objectively are facing also hides many opportunities. I've seen many people, professionals and businesses, organizations, going from good to better, even under these circumstances. Difficulties are objective. I know it's difficult for all of us, but we're expected to reinvent part of ourselves, which we know already is not functioning, be it because of the non-familiarity we have with the internet. But there is magic in the universe. Through difficulties, you are forced to do things you know you will do, but because of some reason you have been postponing. Let us go into adjustability, which indeed is a term that dictionaries voted for as the best term for 2020. How about seeing that in conjunction with flexibility and try to associate this with motivation and self-incentivization we have been discussing as of the first part of our discussion? Well, if one says that from a distance, whatever happens has happened to make us be appreciative of our lives. Last year it was going out, having coffee, going to the theater or cinema. This is not taken for granted. So If nothing can be taken for granted, whatever I have today, even the way we breathe, maybe we don't breathe tomorrow. So once you appreciate what you have, you live differently. It is important to learn to appreciate. Learning to cooperate. Only through such circumstances and by joining forces can humans achieve targets. Go away from the racist views and from discrimination, and most critical of all, adjustability. From the moment we are born to the day of our death, things keep changing. One thing is certain in the history of humankind is change. Things change around us. So the possibility to adjust is not accidental. After so many millions of years we live on this planet, humans are surviving because they adjust. I have heard a story once about adjustability. It's about a bottle that is empty, a plastic bottle of water, and right here there is a glass pane through which light goes through. So you put the bottle in a way such as for the bottom of the bottle to adjust to the glass pane, and the bottle is open. Then if you introduce a bee within the bottle, a bee is a smart insect, because the insect knows that the exit is where the light is. But the bee is so confident about knowing everything that it will go straight to the light. So within 1 hour the bee will die. If you introduce a fly in this bottle, because the fly knows that it doesn't know, and knowing that you don't know is a virtue, and the more we learn, the less we know, the bee will experiment around various ways until it goes out. So the fact that I know is a lie. I don't know. I know what I know, but tomorrow, provided I work on the 0.3%, tomorrow I will know that it's a day I didn't know. So those who are leaders have one thing in common. They're good listeners. When you speak, they listen. They may know everything, but they listen. They are curious, they are enthusiastic, they are bound to look for things, and it's not about what, but it's about why. How come the year fared well or not? The question is how to have more sales, more contact with my partners, and so on. Now, as to why, it focuses on the problem. Why is static? Let us remember that the knowledge you have had so far has brought us to this point, to have the extra step, which is listen. Be able to listen to our partners, our leaders, our customers, being able to listen to. And this is why the good Lord gave us 2 ears and only 1 mouth, to listen more than we speak. Communicating is about listening. Many times, I know as a businessman, listening is the key. The first thing I did as a salesman was listening. In the beginning I thought I should be giving lip service. Now I know it's about listening. The partner will give you solution. The partner is about to put you into the process of knowing what it takes. Listening is all it takes. It's important also to listen and to be listened, because sometimes by listening you learn oneself better. It's part of one's personal growth, self-improvement. I will always know that I do not know, and many times it's important to also fight against my ego. Some speeches I've had, it's about one of the 13 stories. Ultimately, one might need to be right or to be happy. It's one thing to be right. It's one other thing to be happy. Sometimes if you tell me things that you do not know, it's important. Every time I learn something, potentially, I learn things more and more. Our own self may be our best friend or our worst foe. So one should be very conscious and very lenient. Do not forget that being lenient is not just about being very permissive and tolerant. Of course, I go after my targets, but I'm also loving myself. I will be able to improve myself, not exhaust all the strictness on me. It's very critical. It is a typical feature of very successful people. The more successful we are, the less lenient we are towards ourselves. I'm trying not to tempt myself to interrupt, because every phrase of yours opens up new chapters. But grasping one of the things you said, I would like to open up the model question, how the kind of work I'm doing with myself and my self-improvement is capable of making the world better around us. Well, you're doing this very correctly. If you are here, this means you're doing something very well. More often than not, there is a kind of injustice. Sometimes we don't understand we ourselves are models, either to ourselves, partners, children, or you name it. Sometimes we fail to evaluate our achievements, whether we're parents or because we're symbolically parents that enter the company and show the way. It's a kind of parenthood. So you're bound to show the way only by way of example, not by way of words. Our children, our partners are doing what you're doing. We're not always true to our word. Sometimes we do more by exemplifying ourselves than by saying. And I may also feel comfortable to allow other people to imitate me, because we're all on the same boat. So in closing, Stefanos, a very last question, trivial. What 2021 has in store for us? I believe that 2021 will be what we are. I am the director of my orchestra, so 2021 will do what I tell it to do. It's very important. So 2021 will be what I will be. The question is, who am I going to be 2021? It is proven that essentially we're as strong as our team is, and we're as strong as the weakest loop of our team is. That is what we are doing is important. It's so sacred to motivate people and give them a possibility to go ahead with their lives in every possible way. Thank you very much, Stefanos, for this very critical debate. Thank you all. Thank you, and I wish you the best of success, joy, optimism, humanity, humanism, and perspective. What a wonderful way to start 2021 for LR, for all of us who one way or another are present at this wonderful meeting, than Stefanos Xenakis' speech, incentivizing us and increasing incentives for us to come closer and for you to communicate on these wonderful products. And it shows us how to be internally motivated so that we are able to develop. It starts from within, indeed. At this point, I would like to introduce to you a person most of us know, Sebastian Bacco. He's a vice president of our company, a person of long experience, more than 26 years of experience in various companies of this group. A very perspicacious person with a vision that will help us take the extra step. Welcome, welcome, Sebastian. Hello.
Kalispera, everyone, and a very, very, very happy New Year. Such a wonderful event today with so many novelties, so much enthusiasm, so many new ideas and strategies and tactics and wonderful little things that we have in our LR store. But before I'm going to share my enthusiasm together with all my colleagues there, all my leaders, my new management, my colleagues, about the year to start, I just want to take a moment to reflect about the year we have just closed. You see, 2020 will stay in the memory of mankind as a truly extraordinary, complicated and challenging year. However, for LR, will stay as the most extraordinary year, the year where we have broke every single record in our 35-year-old history, a year in which every single region came to new heights, a year in which more than half of our countries in the portfolio registered their best ever results. And that truly displays the power of our business, the power of our community, the power of togetherness. Come to Greece and Cyprus, I really want to offer my deepest thanks and congratulations for a fantastic year. I know the challenges that we are facing there are even more complicated and harder and bigger than other places. But I want to tell you, I am very, very proud of what you have achieved there in all these extraordinary, complicated circumstances, to be traversing with so much stoicism, with so much resolve, with so much hope. And what this means to me is that we have already put the cornerstone of the next eve, of the next era that our business is going to be there. Why is that? Because I think we have demonstrated ourselves that our business fundamentals are strong. And as soon as we start adding a little bit of spice of novelty, of contemporaryism to it, of things that we need to adapt to a continuously and ever-changing environment, we see that we can create so much more new success, a new success that is going to take us into the next decade. So I, again, very much congratulations, very much thank you. And I'm really, based on the previous year, I'm really looking forward with so much enthusiasm into the year of 21. Now, of course, this year is going to have its own set of challenges. And quite frankly, I know that, there is a vaccine around the corner. But I can tell you one thing, this vaccine is not going to fix the fear of the future, is not going to fix the need of opportunity, of a business opportunity. It's not going to fix the need of a wonderful product. It's going to fix many things, but the core human needs are still going to be offered by us. This is why I'm excited. And then you can see already with Andreas, with Vagis, with my leaders there, that we have so ready for this year, okay? Our year finally, because it's the year of 21, our year. I hope you can agree with me that the new program, Cell Essence, is going to be a magnificent success, and is going to fit so well in our already very successful portfolio. Likewise, the Fast Track Bonus, a program that we anchored ourselves in the past, and we will continue to build upon. The new education that Andreas just introduced, the entire program around, and then let's not forget LR Connect, and with the LRtogetherness.com, that are going to create such a wonderful platform, a forum of communicating new ideas, new thoughts, of sharing. Because finally, I think this year, after a year of isolation, is going to be a year of sharing of good thoughts, sharing of ideas, sharing of success, sharing of opportunities, sharing of a wonderful product. So I say, my friends, let's start sharing this year together, and let's share this year with all our dear ones for a better future. So, as I said many a time, hope is what we offer more than anything. But for us, hope is not empty. Hope is material, and it's ever present. So let's share hope.
Σε ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ, Σεμπάστιαν.
Thank you very much, Sebastian. Yes, so 2021 is about sharing. Yes, that's what we're lacking, actually. So what a better way to close than by touting on what was said. 2021 is about adjustability. The time has come for us to grow. We have the tools. We already have changed. I believe that what it takes now is to be optimistic. After so many months of confinement and lockdown and feeling strangely, let it be the year where we are different but enjoying ourselves. That's the best wish we can have for the new year. Yes, we're hoping it's a new start. Enjoy. I would like to thank you all for being here, and very soon we'll be together again. Good night, good evening, and Happy New Year.
Και πάμε.
Ξέχασε το. Πού μένει ο κύριος?
Ξέρεις τι, με το που ξεκίνησα λέω κάνα στο φακό.
Καλά, δεν είμαι και σίγουρη που κοίταγα. Πάμε.
Καλά, δεν έχει αρχίσει να σας πρόβα.
Δεν γράφω. Σε μένα όμως.
Είσαι κουκλάρα, είσαι τέλειο το μάλι, πάρα πολύ ωραίο. Καλά, εντάξει. Και βίντεο. Μόνο αυτό θέλω. Και μετά θα φύγω. Θα μείνουμε εδώ μέχρι αύριο, ξέρω.
Είναι μόνο η πρώτη παράγραφο που δεν θυμάμαι, τα υπόλοιπα τα έχω νερό.
Το αφεντικό τι λέει? Ούτε στο σχολείο έτσι.
Αν το κάνω μία ακόμα, μία.
Με κοιτάς εσύ.
Όποτε θέλω ξεκινάω. Αν κάποιος σκέφτεται, πού, μην με κοιτάς.
Ωραία. Πώς να.
Παιδιά, ακόμα από το Facebook λέμε. Instagram και YouTube. Δεν μου άρεσε το τελευταίο. Σαν από την αρχή.
Βλέπουν διάφορα. Δεν ξέρω. Τα καταλάβατε? Θα τα πω τώρα.
Φτούξε ελευθερία τώρα.
Και αυτό είναι... Τίποτα. Δεν καλά, δεν είπα καλά. Πάμε. Έλα, Παναγιώτη, ότι ζεστάθηκα. Ξαναήρθε η μίγα. Α, και εγώ, ναι. Θέλετε να ξαναπώ κάτι? Χαίρομαι. Αυτό θα κρατήσεις.
Ευχαριστούμε.